FX welcomes you back to the Pontiac Excitement 400. This is a Visa Race Break with Jeff Hammond. Chris Myers from the Hollywood Hotel trackside here under the lights. Joe Nemechek has led the most laps, 44, but Terry Labonte, the pole sitter, currently your leader, and Jeff Dale Earnhardt Jr. with the fastest lap turn so far as we're under our first caution.
Yeah, right now he's moved his way up to second place right now. But one of the other guys that's on the move right now, you got to take a look at Jeff Burton. That 99 car is all the way up to fifth. He's running extremely well, but it's early in the race. This is really going to help a lot of guys make that little fine-tuning adjustment to get themselves maybe up toward the front or keep them going a lap down. As we saw a lot of guys getting ready to lose a lap because this racetrack condition. The track is so cool right now, Chris. I don't think these guys are really getting their cars hooked up the way they want to.
All right, let's check in on Dick Burkett is with Kurt Busch, the only repeat winner so far this year. Dick?
He had an uncharacteristically poor pit stop, Chris. He went from 4th to 12th after that round of pit stops. The problem is that there's a hub in the center of each of the 4 wheels. The one on the left rear has got 5 lines in it that are incorrectly marked. So when the tire carrier tried to line the wheel up with the 5 studs, he missed twice. So it took him a bit longer simply to get the wheel on the car. Those incorrect lines are a permanent part of the car tonight. We're going to have a tough time with that every pit stop.
All right, thanks, Dick. Jeff, you want to play off that?
Yeah, what goes on right there, folks, is as you look, you can see that tire going around on the right rear. You see that orange line. You kept probably wondering what that's all about. The guys will mark these tires so they know where the stud location is, and when the tire handle comes in right there, that's an indication that from that line down is where there's a hole that will line up with the stud. They try to line up those holes with those marks on the hub, and that's how they do these tire changes so fast. So whenever you've got one of these lines messed up, all of a sudden this guy is kind of searching, and as dark as it's going to be, it's really going to be hard to do. So it's really a tough situation.
All right, Jeff, let's check down with Steve Burns. This has been a Visa Race Break, and Steve is with a special guest. Steve?
General John Keane, we're honored by your presence. What brings you to the Richmond International Raceway this evening?
Well, first of all, I'm the Grand Marshal here, but really I'm a NASCAR fan, and the Army's also sponsoring a car here tonight. So that's why I'm here. And also Jerry Nadeau, who got hurt last night. Obviously, he's in our thoughts and our prayers. He's our driver.
And thank you for defending our freedom, General. We appreciate everything the armed services do for us.
Well, we got great troops, and they're so proud to be Americans and so proud to protect the American people.
All right, thank you, Steve. And at the drivers' meeting, General Keane did talk to the drivers and say, hey, Jerry Nadeau represents what we see in a lot of you and in our country, people that fight through things and work hard, and we're hoping for his recovery and proud of Nadeau and what the drivers do here. All right, let's go back upstairs, rejoin Darrell Waltrip, Larry McReynolds, and Mike Joy.
Time for our not-so-secret number in the Fox FX Via Grand Marshal for a Day contest. Log on to foxsports.com or NASCAR.com and enter for your chance to win. The winner will start the race riding the pace car, do 20 push-ups under the supervision of a member of the U.S. Armed Forces, and wave the checkered flag at Rockingham in 2004. Log on, watch and win.
I'd have a lot of trouble working in the pits because I never was very good at staying in the lines.
Now, this is interesting, Larry. Going to have a look at something that the pit crews can use in the pits to practice on.
All right, they was talking about, this is the hub that Dick Bergman was talking about. And see these lines right here? If you notice, they line up with the lug studs, and that's how they know to put that wheel up there. And you know, Darrell, 10 years ago, you could get by with misaligning that wheel. It wouldn't cost you on pit road. Kurt Busch cost him all those positions. That just shows you how much every crew has their I's dotted and T's crossed.
Yeah, well, the training. I mean, these guys are, you know, they're training. They're always out there practicing, and that's how they do it. And if you mess it up, then they can't do it.
Pace car's off. Robbie Gordon up there, he got 1 lap back. He's still 3 down.
Man.
And he almost got into the side of Earnhardt Jr.
Now, what happened there was he came up through the field there on the inside of the racetrack, picked up a lot of debris on his tires, didn't have time to clean them up, and he just about spun that thing out on the restart.
Darrell, you don't expect to have to make a sharp swerve to the right coming to the restart.
Well, you don't expect it, but here you better be prepared for just about anything.
Now, the problem with the single-file restart, and here we see Ryan Newman, the 12 car, Jeff Burton in the 99. This is a battle for 4th, is with a single-file restart here early in the race when Terry Labonte took the green flag. The back end of the field was already a half a lap down. Boy, Jimmy Spencer in the 7 car, he watched way up the racetrack down in turn 2 that time.
Yeah, if you get up over there's just a ridge down there. I went over, as we were riding around early in the race, I looked at the racetrack, and it just is a flat spot over there. And you can see if you hit it with your race car, it'll just unload on you and just about spin out.
Terry Labonte has been to the Fountain of Youth. He has now led in 3 of the last 4 races.
Still there.
Junior wants by the lapped car of Robbie Gordon.
Inside corner.
Well, Robbie's doing everything. He's trying to stay in touch. He's obviously got his car a little bit better. He's trying to stay in touch with the leader, so if the caution should fly right now, he'd have a shot at getting another lap back. And I know there's fans at home saying, why is he doing that? But that's your job. You got to do it.
All clear. Nice job, buddy.
Nemechek clears Robbie Gordon. Now Ryan Newman gets underneath and gets by.
Well, if there was a place that Ryan Newman shined last year, there was a lot of racetracks he shined at, but finished 2nd in both races here last year.
Johnny Andretti got into Sterling Marlin, just casual contact. Steve Burns.
Hey, Mike, just to update Ryan Newman on that pit stop, they took 1 round out of the left rear, but the crew noticed there was a lot of brake dust on the wheels when they changed the tires, so they told him to go easy on the brakes.
Well, and you know, Steve, we were talking about that earlier. You enter these corners so fast, and like Darrell said, you stay on the brake a long time. You know, you think Martinsville's the toughest place on the brakes, but here you stay on them so long, I think this is actually one of the tougher racetracks on the brakes, Darrell.
Yeah, one of the keys, one of the things you want to watch for tonight, folks, at home is that glow. That when you start seeing that glow in the center of the wheel, we've been talking about those lines in the hub and all. Watching the center of the wheel, when you see that start to glow red, that driver is going to get himself in trouble. He's going to have brake problems. He can even cause a tire to fail.
Here's Rusty Wallace in 12th, working on Jimmy Johnson.
Well, you know, Rusty was up here with us last night. He was talking about the second groove, that he felt like it would come in really nice after the Busch race last night. I think it is better, but I still don't think it's what these guys need to be able to do too wide racing.
And from Kenny Wallace. A couple guys here think the magic number tonight is 46. That's the age of Rusty Wallace and Terry Labonte.
Wow. I mean, look at this shot right here. I mean, this gives you the perspective of just how close these guys race with each other. And this is right up at the left side window on the Kenny Wallace car, the Stacker 2 car.
That camera may be in harm's way before the evening is
over. And you see who's coming right there. Mongo is coming. Jimmy Spencer in the 7.
We once in a modified race put a camera on the front bumper of Jimmy Spencer's car. That was expendable.
Inside.
Darrell, we can see the road blowing on the right front. We got trouble on the front stretch. Caution is out.
And Sprague and Bodine.
Well, that happened right under us here. I'm not sure exactly. Boy, there goes Robbie Gordon. He just not close enough.
Jack Sprague and Brett Bodine get together on the front straightaway.
I think Sprague just spun. I think he got up here on against close to the outside retaining wall and just spun it around, and Brett did everything he could to keep him hitting him. Did a good job. Obviously, there's no hard feelings there.
Does Brett have some left front damage there? Maybe not. Maybe he didn't hit anything.
I don't think there was any contact between the two of them.
Kyle Petty.
Yeah, Kyle Petty. I knew Brett was kind of like a victim of circumstances.
He tried to turn low to go underneath. He saw Jack Sprague going up the racetrack, but he turned down and just looped around with him.
The guy on the bottom here, of course, now there's where you get your left front damage. You got in the back of Kyle, the 11 car did. But what happens here is your car is tight. And as it pushes off at turn 4, the track opens up, and it'll all of a sudden just break loose the front tires wheel and almost hit the wall. You got to jump out of the throttle, and sometimes you get hit from behind.
Now watch the 19, Jerry Mayfield, in all this. He is the luckiest guy in that red car on the right. He stops just shy of Brett Bodine.